guys, and welcome back. Today we're out here on the beautiful beaches of what the locals refer to as Cape San Blas. Technically, it's St. Joseph Peninsula. We've had heavy windstorms for weeks, and around here, one of the issues that we're constantly dealing with is erosion. We're going to go down here, we're going to check out a house right now that even after the beach restoration, erosion still persists. So, follow along. If you look at the beaches out here, you'll notice that they're almost a bleach white color. But you don't see that in other areas close to us here. It's kind of unique to this one 8-mile strip of land. And from what I've gathered by doing a little research, gets the white color from the quartz content in the sand. So why would there only be quartz right here? Well, when they studied the patterns of the ocean floor here in the Gulf, what they found is evidence that a glacier from just north of Alaska, there's heavy quartz concentrations, traveled down billions of years ago and deposited all of this quartz. And that's what gives these beaches the brilliant white sand that you won't find on very few beaches in America to start with, but specifically in this actual area south of the Panhandle where we're located. We are south of the Panhandle and just north of the Big Bend, St. Joseph Peninsula, also as the locals call it, Cape San Blas, which actually is south of here as far as geography goes. As you can see, the houses here on St. Joe Peninsula are very, very close to the Gulf. No road separates like you see in most places in Florida. Most places in Florida, you'll have the Gulf or the Atlantic, depends on if you're on the east or west coast. Then you'll have a beach. Then they'll build a road, and on the other side of the road is when the housing starts. In Florida, typically it's condominiums and hotels. Here we don't have condominiums or hotels. It's all houses, all right here on the beach. With that, you get amazing views. You get country life on the beach. But the negative sides are insane flood insurance policies. Property insurance in general is out of control. The price of property is out of control. And as you see, erosion, you're just always a day or two away from it being your last day with a beach house. Any storm is capable of taking out any of these houses at any given time, depending on the direction of the wind, the direction of the current. It doesn't require a hurricane or a tropical storm. Any storm is enough. So that's the peril, that's the risk that you take. If you want to try to live out here, if you want to try to live like this, you got to understand there's negatives that come with the positives. the negative things about living out here. It's an hour trip to the grocery store, round trip. "30 minutes to the nearest hospital. Hour and a half to Walmart." The vast majority of the rentals out here rent week to week. So if someone comes on a Saturday and rents a house in your neighborhood and you become friends with them, by the time you get to know them, it's time for them to leave. Every Saturday you get new neighbors, which is something I've grown to love about living on the Cape. New neighbors every Saturday. As you see, we're approaching Ruba Drive on Cape San Blas, and the erosion here is wicked. Believe it or not, this greenhouse in front of us, there used to be another house that sat out in front. Yep, and so this house out here on Aruba has been catching some serious erosion ever since this all started. So they've done tons of beach restoration out here already. There's hardly any room on the beach for people to come out here and sit and play. It's absolute insanity. It's absolutely crazy. All right, guys, here we are. Down here at the end of Aruba Drive off Cape San Blas Road. And as you can see, the erosion is something fierce. Now, they came back and they've replanted all this. That's what's crazy. They've renourished, excuse me. They came back in and they've renourished all of this sand just weeks ago. Just a matter of weeks ago. And there we are. So from my understanding, they've, I haven't necessarily condemned this house, but they've evacuated it and it's not being rented right now. Don't know how close we'll be able to get. We'll get in here kind of close. But as you see, it's a real issue. It's not a joke. This is a real issue, and this is an issue on the Cape. And again, we spend millions and millions of dollars. We pay special taxes to have this renourished all the time. And just in the last 5-6 years, they've been working on it the whole time I've been here. And you can see the electric wires are totally washed out down on the ground. You can see we're not going to go to the other side because I believe you have to get waist deep to get out there. But there you have it, guys. All right, guys, here we are. As you can see, it's about to fall into the ocean. So we want to try to go to the other side, but there's electric wires down in the water right now, and it's about 3 foot deep out there, and I really don't want to go swimming today. It's a red flag. We got rip currents, but anyways, again, with everything amazing, there's always got to be negative attached to it. It's a yin and yang world. And yeah, this is a beautiful paradise to live in. It's the Forgotten Coast, very low populated, amazing place to be, but Mother Nature's always against us. It's always trying to take the dunes out. It's always taking away our natural barriers. It's the risk you take, and you got to know that. If you want to move down here, it's very expensive, and everything deteriorates the whole time. I mean, we've been here 5-6 years now, and it's constantly deteriorated the whole time. No matter how much money and manpower they put after it, constantly deteriorates. So, all right, guys, that's going to be a wrap. Thank y'all for coming out and hanging with us today. As always, check us out at www.scallywagreviews.com. I'm your host, Jimmy Gears. One love.